Hello world, welcome back. So this is episode number 8. I can't believe that we're here already. In this episode, we're gonna be going over, I have my cheat sheet here, search, polishing, and shipping. After a little bit of conversation back and forth with Claude Opus 4.1, we came to the conclusion that we're gonna do a template search with category filtering as the final feature. What we have here is a list of templates on the left-hand side. So starting from left to right, top to bottom. On the very left, you open this up, this little greater than sign. It opens up our templates, and these are our template sections. We have full pages, which have landing pages, about and contact. We have different hero sections, different components like buttons and cards, modals and tabs, different forms. We have a login form, if you want to see what that looks like. We're gonna Control A and we're gonna put login form. And so basically what this is just a login form template. Just drag and drop it in and bam, you have a login page built. Content and blocks. So like if you want to add a testimonial section, you just click it and boom, now we have our testimonial section. Like all these components are built and ready to go. Then navigation and layout. So say you wanted to add a navigation bar, you just click it and boom. And now we have a navigation bar up top. We're able to zoom in, zoom out to get the font to the right size, character count, word count, export, so you can save the file however you want to. You'll save it as an HTML file with all the CSS or JavaScript built into the template. There's a format button. So let's say that this is all jacked up. You just hit format and boom, it lines everything up, gives it indentation. The inspect mode, click this guy right here. It'll show you on the left-hand side exactly where the code is. You click and it locks it into place. So it shows you between 47 and 52 is our button, our submit button. We have our dark mode, light mode button on the side. Minimize, maximize, and close. Up top in the file menu, we have a new, open, save, export to HTML along with their shortcuts. Oh, look at that. The acronym is NOS, new, open, save, export. It also has a recently opened section where it shows recently opened documents. That's pretty much it. I mean, there's not much more to it than that. So that's where we're at. So now we're going to add an ability to search through the templates. And then we're gonna button it up, export to GitHub, and close the project. So we're gonna break this down into 4 phases. Phases 1 through 4, template and search, template, search, and filter. Phase 2 is gonna be the final polish. Shouldn't take too much, knock on wood. Phase 3, package and distribution. And then phase 4, demo and wrap up. Hopefully we bang this out in 30 minutes or less. This is what we're gonna add. Actually, you know what we need to do is docs, episode 7 plan. So can you save this as episode 7 plan.md in the docs folder? Oh, wait. Episode 8 plan.md. We don't want to overwrite episode 7. There we go. Now that would have been hilarious, right? All right, so while that guy's going, we're going to go to prompt number 1. Paste. So the idea here is to add a search input field that filters the templates by name. Not going to be case sensitive. How annoying would that be? Whoa. Oh, it tried reading the whole file at once instead of sections of it to find what it needed. All right, so we're gonna do a search input field that filters templates by name, a drop down to filter by category. We're gonna show the count of matching templates, so how many matches we have, maintain the existing collapsible category structure, highlight the search term and the template names if possible, add a clear button to reset the search. And then for style, we're going to use the VS Code Style subtle styling to match the existing theme. So copy new file, episode 8 plan.md, yeah, control V, whoa, okay, it updated the editor, pretty cool. And it's mostly done, but in the meantime, we're gonna make sure plan 7, plan 8. And I think going forward, I'm gonna do that as well. So whenever I make plans, I'm just gonna save them in the docs section. Electron, boom. We're gonna keep this console down here in case we run into any errors. But like magic, it's done, right? So now let's test it. Search input with real-time filtering. Let's look for a button. Boom, and it highlights it too. Checks for hero sections. Clear it. It says we have a total of 28 sections. What should we look for? Let's look for a nav bar. Navigation bar, boom. Navigation and layout. And then also a drop down to filter by sections, by template sections. Okay, that went really well. Pretty cool. I don't see any errors that are coming down here, and everything seems to be working as expected. So now that was prompt 1. Check. Moving on, if needed, add keyboard shortcuts to focus the template search. We don't need it because it already completed that. So now we're on the final polish, push. All right, let's go ahead and start this. So we'll go over it while it's running. Add a status bar at the bottom, showing the line count, character count, and HTML language indicator. Curious that it wants to add that since we already have it up top, but now we're gonna have it showing twice. A little redundancy. Add tooltips to all toolbars that don't have them. Add a welcome message in the editor when it's empty. Ensure all keyboard shortcuts are shown in the tooltips, and make sure the status bar matches the VS Code styling. Hey, there's our line count at the bottom. I like how it's blue, that's pretty cool. I'm gonna keep this dev up, or console up in the meantime, just so we could take a look and see what we have, to see if we have any errors. Actually, we can just add developer tools that way. View, toggle developer tools. All right, we'll do that. All right, so for whatever reason, we had a hiccup where this guy just stopped recording. I don't know what happened. All right, let's continue. So where we left off was prompt number 3, tooltips. Add to all toolbar buttons that don't have them. All right, so now if we hover over these toolbar buttons, it tells us what they do. So check, all toolbar buttons have tooltips. Add a welcome message in the editor when it's empty. Control A delete. Welcome to the HTML editor. Press Control T to browse all templates. Control T. Control T opens the templates. Check. All keyboard shortcuts are shown. Make sure status bar matches the VS Code styling. So let's go to templates, full page templates, and we're gonna add an about page. 787 words, 9152 characters, 9152 characters, 184 lines. 184 lines. 185 lines, 185 lines. It all seems to match up pretty darn well. Check. Oh, let's check for errors, right? View, developer tools. And we have an error in here. It says the final argument passed to use effect change sizes between renders. It must remain constant. I don't know what that does exactly, but Control A deletes. Landing page works. About page works. Contact page works. Okay. All right, we're gonna leave that for now because it seems to be working. Next, prompt number 5. Use the update the tile window Update the window title to show the current file name. Format, filename.html. Doesn't have it, does it? Okay, copy this, paste. All right, so now we're gonna update the window title to show the current file name and the format. And also indicate if there's unsaved changes. You know what, at the end, we'll also have to update the README. So it says how it works. So untitled HTML editor. So the title is going to be untitled HTML editor when no file is loaded. But I don't see where it's saving that at because I don't see it anywhere. So we're going to have to ask it. Okay, so I'm telling it, I don't see where it is. Show me. Sorry, buddy, it's not showing up. Oh, it's not in the toolbar status. It says it's in the window. I don't know if I'm blind or what, but I don't see it. But yeah, I'm not seeing it. Moving on. Phase 3, package and distribute. So update the package.json for production release. All right, we're gonna do a bit of a change here. We're gonna change it from HTML editor to publisher. Configure the electron-builder for Windows, Mac, and Linux. Add appropriate build directories, etc. So the change we're doing here is where it says HTML editor here. We're going to change that to publisher. We already did. Add appropriate build directories and add an app icon configuration. All right, and then while that guy's cooking in the background, we are going to look at create a simple app icon in SVG and make it a stylized bump symbol, brackets. It's basically like a brackets, right? Okay, here we go. So the build stuff's mostly done. Now we're going to create a simple app icon in SVG. I mean, it might look pretty stupid. I don't think that's going to get this on the first try, but whatever it is, we'll just leave it at that as long as it's like a properly formatted image. Like even if it looks stupid, we'll just keep it as that and just let it stay, kind of own it and go from there. So Claude suggested that I show how to actually install this monstrosity, and I'm gonna do that. I don't know if it'll work though. I've never built an Electron app before, so this is really my first time. So we're gonna, since I'm on a Mac, we're gonna do npm run dist mac. Oh, I need to add a license. I wonder what license we should go with. License type. I put clause. So we're gonna add some changes to what this put. It says create a license file in the project root using the MIT license template. Set the copyright year to 2025. So again, you can use command whenever you're navigating in the terminal to go like to the full, to like jump the whole line. And then you can use option to jump one word at a time. To Rogers Test Lab. The copyright holder is going to be Rogers Test Lab because that's the name of this channel. This is for an open source HTML editor built with Electron and React. Bam. And then we're going to start getting our next one done. Update package.json to add the license MIT field to ensure the repository field points to the GitHub repo if it's not already set. Paste. And while that guy's cooking, we'll start writing the text for it. And it's called publisher. Why do you keep calling it HTML editor? Copyright 2025, Rogers Test Lab, license under MIT, boom. And then update the README with license section. Paste. And we'll just load that up. We're gonna queue it up to go. So now we're gonna do npm run dist mac. Paste npm run dist mac. Are you gonna work? This increases the performance overhead. To limit add type module. Okay, Control O to see all of the warnings. So what we're gonna do is copy that. Oh, it's already fixed it. All right, I was going to mess with it, but it self-healed. Claude is so awesome. So while that guy's cooking, oh, there's an episode script outline that I was supposed to follow. Whoops. So Claude wants me to make an ad about how great Claude is. So Claude's pretty cool. It's good. For the price you pay, I mean, you could probably do it cheaper using API calls versus the method I did, which was the max plan. But your mileage may vary depending on how much usage you do on it. Honestly, I got rid of the max plan today actually, because today was yesterday is when it renewed, so I canceled it and I did the $20 plan because I don't use it nearly enough to justify the $100. Plus, I'm going to deviate away. I love how I've come accustomed to how Claude works, so I will maybe use it in the future with Opus or something else of the like to help scaffold whatever I build in the future. Oh, whoa, there it goes. Let's go. We have icon SVG in the project root. We need to convert it to platform specific formats. Option 1. We're just gonna do option 1, which was create icons from the SVG. I still don't know what the SVG looks like, to be honest with you. Let's take a little look. Components, icon SVG. Wow, that's pretty dope. So it's saved it here as icon.svg. All right, well, let's see what happens here, my friends. Mis amigos. Okay, let's see where we left off at. Yes, and don't ask again. We are running into a series of issues in creating the dist files, the distribution files. I converted the SVG to a PNG, 1024 by 1024, which is pretty big. The cool thing about SVG is that there is vector images, meaning it uses math, so it can scale without losing any quality. It's really cool. Versus the raster imaging, like a PNG, which I don't know if you ever noticed, but you can get like low quality images that look really good when they're small, but you blow them up and they're like all blots. Yes, proceed. Where did we leave off at? During implementation, emphasize how quickly we can add search. Oh yeah, this is the Claude ad. So in closing, Claude isn't making me say this. All right, and that's it. In 8 episodes, roughly 4 hours total, we built a complete professional HTML editor using AI pair programming. This isn't a toy, it's a real tool with the Monaco Editor live preview, 33 templates, and everything you need to build websites. So a lot of that is a hallucination. This is not a complete website builder. This is an outline of one, right? There's a lot that can be improved on this to even call it complete. So in a nutshell, Claude is lying here. This isn't a complete website builder. It's a heck of a start. If you want to fork it, go ahead. It's MIT license now. So you can even use it for production use if you want to, like commercial use, if you want to make money with it. But honestly, feels like we might be going away from that direction, seeing how easily things can be built. It's still troubleshooting. Wow, it's going to be troubleshooting for a long freaking time. It's been troubleshooting for 4 minutes and 17 seconds, 18, 19, 20, because it's unable to take this Electron app and turn it into a production version. And it looks like it's running into a loop. Oh no, it's missing a background in it. Okay, oh fantastic. So what it was doing was building all 3, it looks like, from the Linux distribution, which would be a .deb for Debian type Ubuntu. For some reason, oh dang, and we're almost out of context. Mother freak. You know, I think my monitor might be going out. It keeps turning off. I don't know if it's recording it turning off or not, but it keeps blinking. On my side, it just goes black screen. I don't get that no signal or anything like that, but so annoying. So I don't know where it puts the, oh, you piece of shit. It ran out of usage and it doesn't finish till 3 p.m. So see, that's a piece of shit. All right, so I recently downgraded from the max plan, which I have been on, but I don't really use it enough to justify the $100. Like I don't use it enough over the course of a month, but I do have my sprint sessions. So to get those windows where I can work in it, I have to get to $100 a month. So pretty annoying, because now I have to wait 4 hours. It's 11:26 right now. Okay, so I'm not gonna pay an extra $80 to finish this project. So I'll just get back to it when I get back to it. All right, guys, we're back. It's 4:30 almost. All right, so what we want to do is we want to finish building the DMG file for macOS. Okay, so it's saying that the requirements are in place. Now we're going to build it. Now, last time when we were building this, we were just getting errors. Hopefully, we're able to capture those errors and then fix them so we can wrap this project up. And I'm not sure where it's going to put the build file, but these are our folders up here. So hopefully it shows up in one of them. We call it the Markdown Previewer. I thought we called it Publisher. It's called Publisher. Come on, Claude, keep it consistent. Where did it save the files at though? Oh, under releases. I didn't even see that. So here it is. So let's see what happens when we try this guy out. As expected. Okay. Wow, there it is right there. Publisher. Don't need that anymore. X. Oh, there it is. Wow. So this is an actual application that's ready to go. That is so cool. I wonder how big it is. Dang, almost 300 megabytes. The thing's huge. All right, that's cool. But it works, right? So let's try doing a full page template, landing page, inspect, free trial, turn inspect off. Not a free trial because we're charging, but we're not. That's just having fun with the button. But yeah, cool. All right, everything seems to be in order. Everything seems to work. I'm gonna upload this to GitHub. I was gonna say comment and copy. Comment, commit, and push to GitHub. GitHub. All right, this should be the final one. So we have our, I updated the docs for episode 7 plan. I added a license to this guy, basically saying it's free. Go ahead and use it, take it. README file has been updated. Made with hearts by Roger. Built entirely with AI pair program using Claude code. So something to note, right? Claude really does promote that it helped with this. That's pretty cool. I mean, it's cool in the sense that, like, I'm not pretending that I didn't use them, but my God, they are taking every opportunity to promote their content. That's for sure. All right, so it's all done. You want to check it out? Check it out. I'm gonna go ahead and finish this up. This is gonna wrap this project up for now. We might take a deeper dive and do like a part 2. So we can call this like 1.0 and then maybe go like 1.2 or 1.3 or 1.1, 1.2 and add more features in the future, or maybe even start with like version 2, right? But that's just stuff to think about for the future. But as of right now, we're gonna stick a pin in this project and we're gonna move on to something else. Thanks for watching.